Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to another live stream on your session. So yeah, for a moment we have a pretty strong sell-off on gold. Like for the first time after a long time, we have a price below 5,000, even like now 4,900. We had this beautiful sell-off. Yeah, but like if you follow my stream for the like at least 2-3 weeks, you know that I'm still short-term bearish on gold. And I was saying that for the past couple of weeks that more likely price of gold will continue to go down, and the lower the price goes, the better buying opportunity for the long term will be. But for the moment we could expect even further continuation to the downside. Maybe not immediately, because in the next few minutes we have core PPI news. Okay, well, let's see, we have some news here. Okay, maybe because of this, but like this drop started much earlier, so I don't think this is just because of the news. Crude oil still sitting around 95, but we have a pretty strong sell-off right now on gold. Also in the US indices, I mean, that was kind of what I would say logical to expect further continuation to the downside on all US indices, but also the question will be how the price will react after this news, after PPI news, if we see stronger numbers. PPI is also something like mirror inflation, so above forecast, which will mean that we will have a stronger dollar. Below forecast will means that more likely we will have a weaker dollar. So if we see numbers above 0.3%, that means the dollar will strengthen and gold will even weaken even more. But if we see lower numbers, we can see short-term pullback on gold, and that will give us pretty good sell opportunity. But every bigger pullback right now would mean that gold will continue to go down. Just like I said, if you follow my stream just like 1 week, 2 weeks, you know that I'm still looking for shorts on gold. I know that a lot of people are bullish right now because of the war and all the stuff what is going on right now, really strong geopolitical events. But yeah, I was saying like for the last couple of weeks that I will be looking for shorts on gold. My target will be 4,500, 4,400. So we still have like 5,000 pips downside potential. That could be even more if you look on the bigger time frame. We had a pretty strong consolidation, and yesterday when we had the zoom analysis, I said once when price managed to break above or below this range, probably will be game over and you will see pretty strong bearish or bullish momentum. But I was more inclined towards selling gold, and this is exactly what's happened. We had a pretty strong sell-off. Now the target is this lows right here. As you can clearly see, this nasty wick on the left side, and price could be here for like maybe not in the next few days, but that will be probably for the next couple of weeks, maybe 2-3 weeks, maybe till end of this month, or maybe eventually middle of April. We could see retest of 4,400, which will give us pretty strong bullish momentum. I mean, I won't be surprised even if price of gold managed to continue to go down below 4,000, but everything depends on the news what we will have in the next few following days. Today we have a very important news. First one, core PPI, then later in 7 p.m. we have federal fund rate decision. More likely it will remain the same. If not, but this is like very low chance that Fed could eventually increase interest rates to 4%, but for the moment it's still less likely because inflation is still we still didn't price in inflation from the crude oil, so that will be probably for the next in the next 2 or 3 months we will price in high prices of crude oil, and eventually we will see higher inflation, which will eventually lead to stronger dollar, and the stronger dollar means weaker gold. So like even 4,000 doesn't look impossible for the gold in the next few weeks, which is like 9,000 pips from the current price. So for those of you who are still holding longs or planning to go with the buys, be careful, because fundamentally this could easily continue to go down even significantly lower than it is right now. US indices, I'm still looking for shorts. Let's take a look on the 5-minute time frame. We had a pretty big sell-off. I already had entry in London session. I had sells from, I would say, around here. Here was my entry, and as you can clearly see, like I would say maybe 10 to 15 minutes after my entry we had this sell-off. I took profit right here, and yeah, I mean I was pretty happy, but price went down even lower. It is what it is, but I was happy for today. But that still does not mean that I will not be looking for opportunity after PPI news today. Okay, let's, or like pretty much everything I can do right now is just wait for the news and then potentially go with the buys or sells depending on the numbers. If we see lower numbers, I will eventually short term be looking for longs on gold, and I would expect a bigger pullback, something like this, maybe 9,500 this weekly pivot point, and then continuation to the downside. But yeah, maybe news could put the price higher, but that will be by the news, sell the fact, because fact is that the price of gold is currently bearish, and the price of gold will more likely go down and retest areas what I mentioned earlier, 4,500, 4,400, if not even lower than that, which will be amazing. I mean, the lower the price goes, the better buying opportunity for us will be long term. Keep that in mind. Having sells on gold right now gives you positive swap, which is amazing. So if you already have sells from like 5,000 or above, you're currently in a pretty huge profits right now. But in the same time, if you hold that position over the night, you will get paid just by holding that position. Okay, let's take a look at the 30-minute time frame. What is the reason why price is rejecting from this area? Okay, maybe I could use fixed range volume profile. Let's say from this lows to this highs. Yeah, once when we broke below this value area low, we had a straight continuation to the downside. Not a lot of volatility, not a lot of entries right here around 4,900, but still it's a round number, and that could be the reason why we have a small rejection right now. But that actually doesn't bother me, because our price could go like 2,000-3,000 pips down in one day like we had in the past. So like, just because price is already down 1,400 pips does not mean that price cannot go down even more. or even double than that. So like in the last couple of months we saw pretty much all the shapes or colors for gold, like from moving like maybe 10 to 15 pips a day to moving like 5,000 pips a day. So like in the last few months, pretty much from the last year, was pretty wild roller coaster of gold. So I don't think that anything could surprise me anymore for gold. Let's wait. Okay, crude oil. 30 seconds left. I will prepare my positions. Or maybe for eventually, if we see higher numbers, just like I said, that means that US dollar will strengthen. If we see lower numbers, then means that gold should strengthen. Okay, since price is falling down, maybe we could see higher numbers. Pending, okay. Still nothing. Maybe the numbers are like pretty much like forecast. That will just give us a little bit more volatility. Okay, 0.7. Yeah, gold should go down even further down. 0.5, yeah, gold should continue to go down. And eventually indices as well. Indices could also go down. The reason is the higher numbers, that means higher inflation. Higher inflation means higher interest rates. Higher interest rates means people are not willing to borrow money from the banks and they will spend less. And that's why indices should go down as well. And this is the reason. Like if you don't understand that, it's really hard to make decision after the news, you know. But knowing that we have a higher core PPI and PPI, which means inflation is slightly higher, that should give us a little bit more weakness on gold and also weakness on US indices. Yeah, but the only problem I can see now is that like price already fell down significantly before the news. I mean, yeah, but still overall for the day, US 30 is down only 0.15%. That means the price could go much lower. Maybe I could go with this like sells right now. On German US 30. Yeah, I went with the sells. My target will not be big. Overall, like I will just be looking for like maybe for the month 1 risk reward or something like that. Nothing special. I will try to manage my position really quickly, but depending how the price will move. Yeah, we can say that my entry is like a little bit too late, but considering the news, price should continue to go down. $27, 25 pips profit already. Nothing significant. If I passed like 30, 33, okay, my stop loss goes on break even. Because I do see a little bit more volatility and that volume should pull the price down. So stop loss is break even. And I will keep my position Open until 1-1 risk reward. Yeah, I mean, gold still going down, just like I said. I mean, my analysis was correct. My entry could be a little bit better, but like it is what it is. I already made money for today, so even if price goes up, hit my stop loss on break even, I don't really care. I would like to see price going lower, and I believe it will. But maybe before that, we could even see a small pullback before continuation. So yeah, I will definitely give my trade second chance. If I see a pullback, retest maybe 46,000 or 47,000, let's say. If we see a retest of 47,000, I will be looking for to another short and expect the price will retest 46,900. Okay, yeah. Price could possibly create upper wick, hit stop loss, and then continue to go down. And yeah, I'm not break even. It is what it is. I didn't lose a trade. I'm still in the March without losing trade so far. But the question is, should I go with another sell after price managed to break its own low? Then I have place to put my stop loss above, but having pretty much the similar position, I will wait for a little bit bigger upper wick, then continuation to the downside. The reason is just like I mentioned, price already fell down like 200-300 pips before news. That's why I could wait for a little bit bigger pullback easily. And CVD does not look so promising. Looks good, price is falling down, but like there's small difference, like say divergence here. We have created higher low, but we have a here lower low, so this is the difference. But nonetheless, fundamentally speaking, because of the news, US 30 should continue to go down. There's no question about that. Yeah, retest of this previous value area low looks like a really good selling opportunity, because in that moment a lot of people will think that price of US indices will continue to go up, but that will be just a pullback before we see continuation. Gold still falling down, I mean, amazing. Wow, gold is melting. Pretty strong sell-off on gold. Yeah. Yeah, the interesting thing is that last few days actually when US indices goes up, gold goes up. When US indices goes down, gold goes down. There was like positive correlation last couple of days, maybe even few weeks. But now we have a falling gold, which is like pretty strong fall, I would say. But US indices are like also on a small downtrend, but nothing significant, nothing like gold. So that could potentially mean that eventually US indices will follow that, or maybe for the moment we have a pretty strong bearish momentum on gold, and yeah, sooner or later we will see a lot of buyers stepping in. But technically speaking, fundamentally as well, there's still plenty of space for gold to go down. It's significantly lower than it is right now. Okay, 4,885. And just a couple hours ago it was above 5,000. I mean, that's gold. I mean, a lot of volatility, a lot of movement, which is actually really good for our trades. And like if you have a sales, like even if your target is like 200 pips, that could happen really quickly in just a couple of minutes, you know. Like 2 years ago, if you had the TP 200 pips, you would wait like 2 months for that target, but now it's just in one day. Yeah, maybe eventually I could play one game of chess while waiting. I don't remember when the last time I played chess live. Let's go blitz. Okay, gold is going down significantly lower. Yeah, I have a feeling that I will lose. Okay, what is planned for gold? Nothing. Wait for the pullback and then go with the sells. Hello, Sonia. Welcome. Yeah, I mean, I was saying for the last couple of days that I will be looking for sells. If you watched my analysis from yesterday, we had the VIP Zoom analysis. We have recordings in group. I was saying that more likely the price will continue to go down, and yeah, this is exactly what is happening right now. We had a pretty strong sell-off, couple of days of consolidation, strong breakout, strong consolidation, strong momentum. US indices also going down. I was waiting for a pullback, but that didn't happen. If I left my entry, my target would be hit. I ended the break even just because I already have had one winning position from London session today. That's why I moved my stop loss on break even after 30-35 pips, and eventually price went even lower. I said if we have higher numbers today, core PPI and PPI, and more likely indices and gold will sell off, and this is exactly what happened. 0.7 higher than forecast, 0.5 higher than forecast, which means sell indices and sell gold, and everything played perfectly well. And like now, just like I said, every bigger pullback will be just a better selling opportunity on gold. Not just gold, US indices as well. Maybe fundamentally gold, US indices are still kind of an uptrend, but like every time when I see a price like 300, 400, 500 pips up, I'm shorting that. So even if I got stopped out, it is what it is. Yesterday we had a US 30 like 500 something pips up. I didn't even do my technical analysis. I was just shorting, and like of course I was right. And the same thing for gold. I'm just waiting for some kind of breakout or some kind of bigger push so I can sell gold. And the last couple of days it's like really nice. You can clearly see every time PLC lower and lower. Here we had 3 days of consolidation, but today, third day, we had a breakout and straight string continuation to the downside. Like 1,300 pips drop, that could be even more. It will be definitely more in the next few weeks. Just like I said, 4,400 my target. If price goes even lower, even better buying opportunity will be. But so far, 4,400 seems like, I would say, strong support. But there's no support who can stop price falling down if we see such a strong bearish momentum, which I believe we will see. maybe price could go down maybe till like 4,840, or maybe this weekly pivot point 4,860. Small rejection, eventually retest the previous pivot point, and then further continuation to the downside. That would be my plan for today, but everything depends what will happen with interest rates today. More likely it will remain the same, but I won't be surprised even if we see 4% interest rates, which will further push indices down. And then maybe we could see a little bit more bullishness on gold. If we see higher interest rates today, gold will definitely go where it starts today, which will be around 5,000. Look at this. I mean, no matter what candle you took sells, I mean, there's no like last, well, let's say from here, from two lights, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the 19 5-minute candles in the row that is respecting previous candle highs. So no matter where you took sells, you should have profitable position. Of course, if you're looking for longs, then I have a bad news for you. Probably you got stopped out already like 5 times. But if you understand a little bit about the market, you should know that gold is ready for even bigger sell-off. Only thing what could push gold up right now is higher interest rates, which will be probably 4%. If we see today 4% interest rates, not 3.75, that will push gold up. But other than that, I simply do not see a reason why and what could push gold, let's say now even above 5,000. Okay, guys, I mean, I will end the stream. I mean, like 34 minutes already. We could eventually see a small pullback on gold, but that would be just a better selling opportunity. I mentioned the only thing what could move the market upside on gold is high interest rates, but currently I'm not seeing that happening. Inflation is still kinda in control, I would say. But yeah, today we had a PPI slightly above. We have to wait for the more news, more confirmations, and inflation will reflect probably in the next 2 to 3 months because of higher prices of gas. So my prediction for the next 2 to 3 months is gold falling till 4,500, 4,400. Then we will see probability that CPI and PPI are rising, high inflation, then they will start talking about higher interest rates because of inflation, and higher interest rates will eventually push gold back above 5,000. So next, I'm not sure exactly how long that will last, this bearish momentum on gold. Like price could go like in the just 5 days could go down to test 4,500 or 4,400, and that could be in the next few weeks. So like I'm not sure exactly, but I'm pretty confident that we could see a retest of 4,500 or 4,400. Then they will start talking about higher CPI, higher PPI, potential increased interest rates because of high inflation. That will eventually push gold higher, like we had before. High inflation, like then the people buy gold because gold is hedged against inflation. Dollar will start to shrink. We will see again a lot of bearishness on dollar. Gold will go up. Then eventually we will see also a lot of bullish momentum on Japanese yen. Not bullish, bearish momentum on Japanese yen. And Japanese yen will eventually maybe continue to strengthen, but everything depends on the monetary policy of Japanese yen. But if we see high inflation in United Kingdom, which we could because of the gas, that means that even that GJ could eventually go up. Not just GJ, every pair against Japanese yen, which means Japanese yen short term, I would say like 3 to 4 months or 3 to 6 months would weaken, but then after like long term in the next 2 to 3 5 like 2 3 4 5 years we could eventually see strengthening of the Japanese yen. But for the moment, high inflation will probably push Japanese yen even lower if we see high inflation all around the world. So yeah, that's my prediction. 4,400, high inflation, high interest rates, gold going above again 5,000, if not even higher than that. That being said, guys, thank you for being here. Hit the like button, subscribe. And tomorrow, let's see, what do we have tomorrow? Okay, monetary policy statement. Okay, like we were just talking about monetary policy of Japan, but now tomorrow we have a lot of news. Unemployment change, interest rate decision again for okay, this will be interesting. Interest rate, okay, for Eurozone as well. Yeah, probably I will be streaming tomorrow 2:15 p.m. this Euro monetary policy statement and interest rate decision, eventually press conference. So thank you guys for being here, and see you tomorrow in New York session. Thank you guys, and take care.